Chef Andy here, Smoke to Vape. I will be cooking up a delightful dish for you in my kitchen tonight. No, I'm not going to. I'm going to be boiling some atomizers. So yes, you've got an atomizer that you've really liked in the past, it's just not performing. What can you do? Well, you know, we all go through that, and when I started vaping, I would pretty much blow out my atomizers and boil them every single night. It was only with a bit of experience that I learnt, you know, you don't really need to do that. If you blow it out, it gives back pretty much all the flavour and everything straight away. Over time though, as I'm discovering, occasionally blowing out an atomizer isn't enough. So what more can you do? Well, I personally, and this is my personal sort of experience of cleaning my atomizers, I boil the ones that aren't performing. It's not to punish them, it's just to try and breathe life back into them. So, you know, please feel free to try what I try, but I have had a couple die. Because these are ones that are reaching the end of their natural life anyway, and you know, they don't feel any pain, but you might lose an atomizer. Don't blame me, basically. I'm just running you through what I do, and it does help. I find it helps. Anyway, so I've got my box of atomizers here. Must be about 20 in here. Different types: 306s, 510s. I've got my de-wicked tank atomizer in here as well. So, let's get boiling. So obviously I'm not going to show you how to boil water. I use a kettle. Then I put the boiling water in the pan, stick it on the hob, and well, let me walk you through it. The kettle's now boiled, and I'm going to leave that alone now for a second. I'm going to get my atomizers. These are all, as I said, these are all the ones that really, you know, are on their way out. So if I can breathe new life into these, great. Right, so I've got my atomizers, I've got the pan, and all I do, very simple, is I put the atomizers in the pan, but I stand them up. I just put them all in. And I normally put them connector down. Just to reiterate, these are the atomizers that, you know, are past their best. You know, even these. This is a Cisco 1.50 510, and after a certain amount of time, you know, you do. I find I need to sort of cleanse them, and this is the way I do it. So there we go, my little container is empty. Okay, so now for some boiling water. I'm guaranteed some of the atomizers will fall over. There we go. And I just tend to fill them up. I tend to fill the pan up just over the top of them. Obviously I've got a large tank atomizer in here, so I'm going to put quite a lot of water in. The other camera's steamed up.
I'm going to boil them.
Looking in there now, most of the atomizers have fallen over. It's been boiling for a good 10 minutes. The water is really yucky and disgusting, so it's certainly getting the juice out of the atomizers and hopefully sort of returning them to new. Right, here they are. Smells lovely. I'm now just going to pull the water out and drain them. As a little health and safety note, when you've boiled an atomizer, they are made of metal. I mean, they're still made, you know, they're made of metal. So the boiling heats them up. Don't go picking them up straight away. They are hot. So the atomizers have had 10 minutes to dry out. and to cool down, they do look dry, but they're not. You'll discover that these are full of water. Yes, they soak in juice, they soak in water, so sitting inside the cup or in the coil or in the wick, full of water. So what I do is I blow them out until they stop making that gurgly noise, and then put them to one side and keep going. When they're all done, I'll stick them on the radiator. All told, this whole process probably takes about half an hour. The 510s really do need to be blown out, which is what I'm doing at the moment. The 306s, some say you can just blow them out. Make sure they're actually dry, make sure there's no water in them, and then give them a dry burn, which will in turn dry them out as well. Now, tank atomizers, they've obviously got an internal sort of reservoir, sort of gap between the metal top bit and the coil, so these may take a little longer to dry out. Some people also say you can do the same boiling technique with cartomizers. Personally, I boiled a couple and I couldn't get them to dry no matter what I did. You know, the foam filler was still wet, and vaping a wet atomizer isn't fun. Couple more to go. So there we go, that's what I pretty much do. Now I'll take those atomizers and stick them on a radiator. I have tried other ways of drying them out, but nothing is quite successful as sort of like 24 hours or even 8 hours on a radiator that is on. The down point of that is that it's quite warm now, and we've got to put the radiators on just to dry out my atomizers. Anyway, like I say, I have tried putting them in the airing cupboard, but they've come out in the morning, they've still got water in them. So when I really want to boil something, I put it in. Ow.